Principle number 13. Background. Third stage development.
The background is an addition to your piece, and you're only going to be painting it when you have the spare time. Because if you put a lot of work and a lot of time on the piece and you make a lousy, crappy background, the whole piece will fall. So you need to know that if you spend 3 days on the piece, you will need at least 1 day or 2 to spend on the background, just the background. It will need the same amount of work than the letters itself. And it's always awesome to have a super cool background. I really like it myself, but you have to do it right. If you don't take the time for that, it will show. And trust me, it's better if you keep a solid background instead of a lousy background. I will make an entire video of this, but if you work with your crew, it's very important to have a background guy. Let's say you have 4 guys in your crew. One is going to be painting letters, the other one is going to be painting letters, one is going to be painting the character, maybe in the middle, and then you will have one guy for the background, just the background. If you don't want to be there painting constantly backgrounds, you can rotate. That's what the cruise does. One day you paint letters and the next day you're gonna be painting a background. And it's really beautiful to see a piece with a nice background. And you know somebody spent a lot of time on that, and the colors match and the appeal match and the staging is awesome because the background is 100% staging. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy that video I'm gonna make soon, okay? In the other side, it's important to know that background is secondary. It will never take that much attention as the piece sit on top. The main thing is the piece, the character, whatever, and the background is a solid thing behind. But it will give it a lot of personality and the staging will be awesome because it's going to be richer in the storytelling side of the piece. That's why it's super important. It's a must to respect the values. Let me show you.
If you want to see Cobre doing one of these from scratch, go to artisthub.studio.
In our piece, we have black and we have white. Black, white. So this is 0, this is 1. Our piece is going the full range, from the darkest to the lightest. Now, our background should be about here and there. We should respect this area and that area, because if we create something in the background this light, it will kill all the pop, all the high contrast that this part of the mural will have. The same here. If we go this dark, the darker part of our piece is not going to be that dark. So we have to stay within this area. This is our game. Of course, with everything, we have exceptions. Our theme is horror. It means that we're gonna need a very dark scene. In this particular case, it means that we're gonna be able to move all this portion of the value that way. And we're gonna be working from here to here. But all this area is moved here. So we have the same amount here, but we're gonna respect all this contrast. So right here is going to be our brightest part. So from here to there, we have a big gap. That's why this area gonna pop a lot. This principle is super important, but it's not a must. You can get away with no background. It will look cool the same. The only thing you have to know about background is that you have to respect the values and you're only going to be painting a background if you have the time. That's it.
That was it for this principle. Click here and there if you want to see the previous or next. If you really liked it, subscribe to the channel and like the video.